Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 9 of our commentary for The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD. And in this part, we're going to be doing more side quests, because I cannot manage my time to save my life. This one's important, though.
Yay!
You know, it's not a real Zelda experience if you're not doing the side quests. Come on.
If we ever play Majora's Mask again, that's all that playthrough's gonna be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I can't imagine playing Majora's Mask and, not doing the side quests.
Yeah.
Not only because of how much content you'd be missing out on, but because I've literally never done it. I just can't bring myself to undersell that game. I love it so much.
Between that one and Breath of the Wild, I know they both are 4 dungeon Zeldas, but they're the kind of games the more you put in, the more you get out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Kind of like school.
I like that they're doing spelling on the board, but we just don't understand.
Kind of like anything that observes conservation of mass.
I was trying to bring it back to what's happening on screen, Dan.
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta talk to the bombers and get their notebooks. So
you know what's something that you learn about in school? Conservation of mass. The more you put in, the more you get out.
So yeah, we have not the bombers, but the killer bees, who play hide and seek with you.
I remember I could never tell if the blue-haired one was a boy or a girl.
It's Wednesday Addams.
I think it's a boy.
Well, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think they're all boys.
The killer bees seems like they'd be one of those douchey, no girls allowed clubs.
So the bombers.
Come on, guys, get with the times.
No way, no girls.
Oh, the kid looked like they were taking a shit back there.
Hey,
you know what?
Yeah, what if you're looking around for the the bombers playing hide and seek, and you just stumble upon the homeless guy at the front of the town just taking a crap in a bush?
Oh no! Well, you say that.
He has that response where he notices you're there and starts waddling towards you quickly, and you're just like, oh god.
you say that, but I do have kind of a close encounter with the homeless guy.
A close encounter of the homeless kind.
as I'm trying to catch one of these kids.
That's an episode title.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ooh. So yeah, this guy will not accept
the color picto box.
Yeah, I forgot.
But you can upgrade the picto box?
Yeah, they changed how it works in this game, or in this version of the game, but we'll see how that panned out later on in this part, in fact.
Oh.
So yeah, I whiffed the roll there.
Oh god, there he is. There he
comes. Oh, no. Run, Link! Run!
Da-da.
He just does not let up. Yeah.
His face is still disturbing. He looks like a Gibdo given life.
You know what? I'm thinking about the shape of his body. He kind of reminds me of the Redeads from this game. They've got those same really elongated heads.
He looks like those little spirit children from Princess Mononoke.
So to briefly get off of bashing homeless people, the side quest we're doing right now is kind of a repeat of one from Majora's Mask, where you had to find several kids hidden around the town in a set amount of time. The difference here being that you can really take as long as you want, which I suppose is a nice convenience.
What?
Yeah, don't worry,
he
he's
didn't take
fine.
fall damage because he fell in shallow water. It's going by Source Engine rules.
He's shorter than Link, you see, it's fine.
The kid should be dead!
As long as you fall in at least an inch of water, then you're good.
There's a skip I like to do in the first Halo on the ice level, where it's kind of similar to that, where if you hit an incline at a certain angle, even if you're falling forever and ever, as long as the fall timer doesn't expire and you hit the curve just right, you won't die, but you're still following with the velocity of kill speed.
Uh-oh.
So you just hit the ground really fast and like jet halfway across the bottom of the map once you land.
You get to the
So
rules.
anyway,
you get to the rules and you hit the ground running.
well said. So anyway, this side quest we're doing here is actually not a side quest. This is mandatory to complete the game. Because in a convoluted series of events, this side quest right here leads to a piece of the Triforce.
So it's good to do it now anyway?
Yeah, it pays off like way later, but you are going to need to have to do this stuff in order to unlock a later area of the game. But as I tend to say, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
So the teacher, her little icon on the chalkboard outside looked like Piglet.
Don't tell Disney. I like this game. I would like for it to not be erased from existence.
Oh, Link, please entertain the children for me, please.
Zelda, where are you going? Oh God. Ugh. Note to self: remove that dialogue in the edit.
Amplify it.
What are you, a masochist?
Double it.
See, the difference, a little inside baseball,
Duplicate and layer it.
The difference between mine and Joe's editing style is he likes to gloss over the errors, and I like to expound them incredibly.
Well, sometimes I like to revel in my own incompetence, but you know, we're already like accomplishing basically nothing in this part. So
I really like how those bushes look.
Yeah,
they just look like big piles of leaves, which I guess they are, but like they look kind of like real in a way.
Well, they fit into the world, and you know.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be nice if they had a little bit of animation on them, but you know, what are you gonna do?
You know, these kids are like, I didn't like them at first, but they're rather charming.
Yeah. There's a little bit more like focused story with them than there is with the bombers.
Yeah, and they're each not like carbon copies of each other.
Yeah, they got nice unique designs.
I like that two of the kids look like clowns, though. It's kind of weird and funny.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they were raised by clowns.
Maybe this is clown school.
I mean, just look at their teacher.
Yeah, that explains the teacher's attire.
Game theory, is Piglet a clown?
I remember when I was playing this as a kid, my mom came in and like was like, "That's a weird looking character," and I told her, "That's yeah, she's like a teacher." And my mom was like, "I'm a teacher."
Oh, her hair looks like a heart. I get it.
Things have never been the same between us since. Actually, now that I look at it, her hair kind of looks like an upside-down butterfly.
Later that day, her mom went to the bathroom and just like stared at herself in the mirror, and her face started to morph into that.
Oh, Lord!
Her hair turned pink and started just like squishing out to the sides.
Oh, man.
So
we're going to have to put an M rating on these commentary parts.
I'm imagining just like an older version of Joe, but just gender bent with that hair.
In like a grandma wig.
So you're imagining, oh god. So you're imagining freaking George Lucas with pink hair and boobs.
Speaking of George Lucas.
I get a very like rabbi feel from that guy.
Yeah, he looks like he stepped right out of the Old Testament.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was always one of the more memorable character designs in this game.
If I were a rich man. That's for all you Fiddler on the Roof fans out there.
Also, he's a total creep.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it might not seem like it. Well, there's our first clue.
Oh yeah, he like creeps up behind you every time
It's
you look at a
hobby
picture.
of mine to sneak up behind people when they're not looking. Oh.
Yeah. So this guy, Lenzo, I believe is his name, is going to task Link with snapping some photographs around the island.
He took a picture of your home island.
Yeah. Yeah, Link just wants to get out of there.
Game theory, that guy's your granddad.
I like that there's just this random, like, picture frame on the wall with a hole in it.
Yeah.
Like, there's this hole in the wall, and he's just like, I don't know what to do with this. Let's put a picture frame around it.
Trey, you bring up this guy being Link's grandpa, but if you actually investigate the Outset Island photograph or pictograph he has upstairs, he comments on meeting a beautiful young lady there, though he imagines she's not quite as young now as she used to be.
What?
He also has a picture of Ganondorf.
Some food for thought. Oh yeah, you can bring. How do you get like the? Aren't they called like legendary pictographs? They're like of characters that you can't like take pictographs of in game.
I mean, I think they might have just like added that in the HD version. I think
no,
the way that
I remember getting them in the GameCube version.
Well, I think that I could be remembering totally wrong, but I think the way I remember that you're supposed to get the picture of Ganondorf is that he has a picture of Ganondorf like hanging up on his wall, and you're supposed to take a picture of that and show it to the figurine guy.
Well, I don't think it was in that room.
Maybe it might have been in a different. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe he does give you like the legendary pictures.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to take a picture of?
You'll see.
This guy committing a federal crime. Oh, never mind.
Oh my god, he mailed a letter? Call the police!
I thought he was stealing mail out of the mailbox.
Yeah. Just play it back in reverse. Frame him.
Why did he want this picture again?
I don't know. I think his whole MO here is to like shame people. Like he doesn't like that this guy is like sending love letters to somebody. Or like later, there's like a quote-unquote cowardly guy that you have to take a picture of being like fearful.
These are all guys that are trying to like step in on his girl.
I guess so. I mean that well, no, the last one, because the last one is like the young couple like looking at each other as the guy walks by.
He says he's gonna flog the man's spirit. I honestly, this guy's definitely a rabbi.
Well, maybe he just likes to cosplay. I don't know.
Is there even a religion in Hyrule?
Yeah, Christianity. Didn't you play Zelda 1?
Oh yeah, because didn't Miyamoto come out and say that?
Boy, that stuck. Well, no, it was there was a cross on Link's shield in Zelda 1.
The Deku symbol is on the countertops.
Almost the DQ symbol. Close enough.
You say potato. I say potato.
But yeah, like, you talk to this guy and he's like, oh no, the little girls have been getting kidnapped. I feel so bad for them and their families. And then it's just like, yeah, let's take pictures of this coward and shame him forever.
Is this a milk bar?
Lenzo, that's called empathy. I don't know if you've ever experienced it.
Man, now I'm craving tea.
I'm happy for you, Trey. Yeah, I accidentally walked out of his house without getting my next assignment.
Good job.
The magic of editing.
I shall become Cupid, archer of love. He's also Russian.
He is everything. He is Lenzo.
And
oh yeah, I walk around the square here like trying to find a good angle and I realize, oh yeah, the best place to shoot this is from Lenzo's doorstep.
Lenzo was everywhere.
Lenzo strategically positioned his house so that he could get good angles on just spying on people.
On that lady who never moves.
Yeah. God.
Yeah. We don't need to call the cops on that guy stealing mail. We got to call the cops on Lenzo.
Oh.
All these unwarranted pictographs.
Swooty.
He kind of looks like Woody from
God,
Toy Story.
he has such a baller walk.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, you
please tell
know
me
that's a guy that gets all the girls.
I want to see him hug.
No, he doesn't. He just goes on his merry way.
Was that like a secret? Listen, we're hooking up later. Look.
No, I like to think it was just him like, never mind. Struts away.
He knows he can do better.
Aw.
She's a cute little Asian lady. He better get with that.
If you talk
She
to
is
her, I
cute.
think she mentions being friends with the jarhead lady from Outset Island.
The jarhead lady. I thought they were sisters.
The lady who carries jars on her head, not heads on her jar.
You
It's
don't know
nice to
what's
get
in
our
that
streams
jar.
crossed here.
I've not seen any like boats go between islands in this game. Is that what Tetra really does? She's not really a pirate. She's just a really elaborate taxi service.
She just lives in a boat.
Yeah.
Who lives in a boat on the sea? That guy.
We all live in a boat on the sea.
We all live in a boat.
On the sea.
Like you all to know that our first hit single will be coming out this.
I like
Never
that.
mind.
I like that bit was immediately followed by Link just standing there, staring at a wall for 5 seconds, just trying to process what happened.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've got a song about an octopus I want to put on the album.
I'll help you out, Ringo. Oh boy, that was not my best George, but I tried.
Jump! Oh, I thought you were gonna jump. So wait, what is
See, what we're gonna do, Ringo, is we're gonna take half of what you've written and replace it with me playing the guitar. It'll be great.
Oh, is this game like Metal Gear? You can't roll upstairs?
Yeah. I mean, it's not nearly as hilarious here as it is in, like, MGS2.
Poor Raiden.
Aww. Maybe that should be, like, our next A game. Some form of Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Solid 2. Dude,
Yeah,
so
Skip
my,
1,
my,
that game's
my friend has been
trash.
playing through all the Metal Gear games, but in reverse order. And
Uh-oh.
so he's just like, oh god. Every time he goes back when he's like, oh god, these controls, oh.
Oh, man.
What's
Yeah,
his,
it only gets worse.
So yeah, he got to Metal Gear Solid 2 and he was like, oh my god, these controls, I just hate them so much. And I was like, going from Metal Gear Solid 1 to Metal Gear Solid 2, I was just like amazed by how good the controls were. But I guess if you go from Metal Gear Solid 3 to Metal Gear Solid 2, then not quite the same.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the merry-go-round ride where N tells you he's the captain of Captain Galaxy? Or
Yes.
I messed that up. Team
Cap-
Plasma.
He's the captain of Captain Galaxy.
Team Plasma, damn.
That needs to be what we name our player character in a future playthrough.
Captain Galaxy.
Oh yeah. The Legend of Captain Galaxy.
Can't you name your file in one of the Mario Galaxy games?
You can pick a Mii to represent it, but I don't think you can name them.
I remember there was some Nintendo game, I think, that you could name your file and it just has absolutely no impact on the game.
In Paper Mario, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, there it's like solely... Yeah, there it's like if you share your console with somebody, like, the name differentiates whose file is whose.
Oh, his little shield moves when he shuffles.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what doesn't tend to happen in this game is... Okay, never mind, it's happening there. Link's hat clipping through the shield. But it's not as blatant... Like, it bothered me so much in Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, because, like...
His hat goes down to, like, his knees.
In its default position, Link's hat clips through all of his shields. Like, what?
A little bit of suspension of disbelief there.
And here we get some poetic justice on Lenzo.
Oh, can you blackmail him?
Exposing him.
Link blackmails for the first time.
This has been a rather devious part, hasn't it?
I like the side quests.
This is like Lenzo is like the Sith Lord, and Link is the apprentice, like who eventually kills his master.
He picks up Lenzo while Lenzo's shooting lightning at him and throws him off the island.
You just gave me an excellent idea for a future playthrough. We got to play the original KOTOR.
Oh yeah,
Oh
I've got that.
boy.
I've had that in my Steam library for like 3 years now. I need to play that.
Game's
I
a
played
trip.
through maybe like 50 to 75% of that game before my Xbox died. Well, it didn't die, it just like couldn't read that specific game anymore.
It went to a better place. You know what? Speaking of consoles not wanting to play a specific game, my buddy Mike and I, until recently, we were doing a playthrough of Metroid Other M on weekends.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I am also sorry. But like, on the night when we were set to finish the game, my Wii wouldn't read the disc. But it would read every other disc just fine, but not Metroid Other M.
Tried to save you.
Yeah, it meant well, but after a while, I guess it just caved.
Couldn't you just play it on the Wii U?
Well, our save data was on the Wii,
Oh.
and we were not gonna. Yeah, we're not restarting that game. Nope.
I still
So-
can't believe he couldn't. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I was reading the dialogue when you showed it to the when you showed the photo to the two gossipers, and how I guess the story is that they were gossiping about that they were like secret lovers or something, and then you showed them the photo and they were like, oh, they're just friends who share the same hobby. Thanks for setting us straight, young lad. But how
They're
could they
obvious-
tell from a photo?
They're obviously just talking about pictographs.
Yeah. How could they tell that they're just friends talking about pictographs from a photo of them being alone together in a room, hiding away from everyone, like too close to be just friends?
I don't know. Maybe it's a cultural thing for people in the Great Sea.
It's
Like
like
you
the
see-
Harry
you
Potter
see-
photos.
You see a man and a woman standing secretly in a corner together, and you immediately just know. They're talking
they're
about
good
pictographs. Yeah.
So,
Good friends talking about pictographs.
I have a question. In your mind, what is the voice you ascribe to this guy?
He doesn't have a
Skip
voice.
the auction.
He doesn't have a voice because we just skipped him.
Uh,
Probably something like, I don't know, just...
I'm gonna say
You
probably.
want my sale, little boy? He's just the mayor of Townsville.
I'm gonna say definitely a voice that I can't do with my limited voice acting capabilities, but I don't know.
Join us next time when we call the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Come back Monday.